Yo, what is going on, guys? I'm Cabral, and today I'm going to be doing a little bit of a different video than normal. Now, usually my videos are me just having a fuck around session, doing a funtage, and you guys seem to enjoy it a little bit, but I wanted to try something different. So today I'm going to be talking about, first of all, how I got into lifeguarding, and then second of all, I'm going to be talking about my first ever save as a lifeguard. So at the time, I was working at a movie theater, and this movie theater, it was supposed to be a luxurious? I don't know how to say that word. Luxurious movie theater. And it wasn't too luxurious for me. At least the workers there, it wasn't too luxurious for. A lot of the people at this movie theater, or the employees, were really nice. But when it came down to management, it ran terribly. And the biggest manager, the really good big manager, ended up leaving. So obviously, you guys kind of get the picture. That place wasn't really a place that I wanted to continue working at. And at the time, I was already fed up with it, that I was looking towards how was I going to get myself out of this situation. Now, when it came down to me figuring out how to get out of this situation, I went to school one of the few next days of that week, and I decided I need to look for another place to work. When it came down to me looking for another place to work, I wanted something that I was going to be interested in, and on the other hand, I wasn't just fucking around. Now, at this point, I was confused as to what I was going to do if that was just going to be it, and I could not look for another job, and I would have to stay there. It ended up that I did not have to stay there. One lunch day, during lunchtime at Soccer City, we have people that meet us. Now, they set up tables some days for, places that either military or recruiting places, anything. And they set up tables for them to advertise themselves as places that upperclassmen can get to. Now, usually freshmen don't really have the chance to get it, but here I guess they did, because 16 and 15 could work there. So, when it came down to going there to talk about getting, shit done, because for me, I found out the movie theater job, that was first official job. I've been working since I was 13, 14, and that was under the table jobs. But here would be my first job, on the table, taxes, all that shit. And, I was pretty excited my first time. Like I said, the first manager was really good. But he ended up moving somewhere, and then I didn't have the chance to find another place that would treat me right. Like, that man, he really helped me out through some of the worst times, and, would speak to me about anything that was going on, or anything that... Because I was, his right-hand man when it came to, shit doing with ushers and shit like that. Now, I knew it for a while that I was going to be quitting and going to a different job. That job was not cutting it. So, I got down at lunch, and there was a place with some of the big, big water park names in South Carolina, or in Myrtle Beach. One of them was Wild Water and Wheels and Myrtle Waves. I didn't realize how much Myrtle Waves actually... Because I didn't know too much about Myrtle Waves. And I knew more about Wild Water and Wheels than I did Myrtle Waves. So I said, you know what? Fuck it. Let's try it. So, honestly, me signing the paperwork, I was thinking, how much worse could it get if I did this? It can't get that much worse if, you're dealing with this shit 24/7 of management just being, treating you like you're nothing or treating you like you're shit. So, I signed up for it, we did the training, and one thing they never told me at the training was, it was a mix of water parks. I think there was 3 water parks, I'm not sure what the second one was. I think it was Ocean Lakes, but I'm not sure. So, we get there, we start training, and I started making friends with, a lot of the other people. One of my closest friends throughout the training did not end up working at Wild Water and Wheels. He ended up working at Myrtle Waves. I talked to him a couple of times throughout when I was training, or when I got with the job, and he seemed to really enjoy Myrtle Waves. So, fast forward a little bit. I start getting my schedule for working, and my first job, the job at the movie theater, I'm continuing working there. I'm still grinding it out, but the thing is, it was getting harder and harder to work both jobs. I've already told them at the water park that I have another job, and I was trying to see how long I could have worked both of them out, and I think I was like giving it a chance because I was supposed to get a promotion or something like that, and it just didn't happen. So I said, "Fuck this, I'm done." When I was trying to work with them, I asked to work the two busiest nights, and that was Friday and Saturday, but they said no. So I said, "Okay, we'll see what we can do in the meantime." And then one night came, I was supposed to work, and I realized just like how trash I was being treated, and it just the way they were talking to me when I was in the process of trying to get changed into both jobs. I was like, "Fuck this! I'm not gonna get treated like that one more day at all." I quit. I said, "Fuck it, I'm done." So they ended up. I think what they were trying to do is they were trying to like push me out so I would quit and they wouldn't have to fire me. I don't know. I'm pretty sure that there was something there whenever he was firing people because it was like on a firing streak. And I think there was like, oh, I'm not sure if the audit is the right word, but there was something going on and it was fishy. Now, fast forwarding, did my training and all that. My first day came by and I was really enjoying it. Then about a week or two goes by, and I get my first save. Now, my first save was a teenager. His buddies were sitting beside me, and there's this slide that drops you into 8 feet of water. Now, I see him coming down, and they say we're preventative, but I don't think it's right to say, "Hey man, you can't swim. Get the fuck off the slide," or you can't do that in general, because if you do that, there's going to be a lawsuit or some sort of consequences on you. I said, "You know what, fuck it." But I didn't realize that this teenager couldn't swim. This teenager looks like he could swim. He looked pretty athletic, so I was like, "What? How could he not swim?" So he gets down the slide and he starts smacking against the water, and I'm thinking he's fucking around with me, so I wait a second and then I realize he really is not able to swim. I blow the whistle really loud, I jump in, I go to save him. One thing that they don't tell you during your training is when you're in the moment, all the training goes out the window. When you're in the moment, you don't think about how to save him. You're just thinking, I need to get him the fuck out of the water so he's alive. I throw the tube. We call them tubes, and it's that long lifeguard thing. I'll put a clip on the screen of what it looks like. But I put that under his arms, and grab the tube or like the piece of the tube, almost like I don't know really how to explain it because I was holding it really awkward because it was my first time saving somebody, and all the thoughts were rushing in my head is like, is this dude okay and stuff like that. So I just kept talking to him. I was asking him, what he was doing, how was his day going? And, you got the smart comment, like, my day was going good until I almost died. So I was like, okay. And I help him out the water, and the fucking managers come by, seeing if he's okay. And I was realizing, like, after they left, how much I fucked up. I realized that if I would have let him live or stay in that water any longer, he could have drowned and I would have lost my job and potentially face some jail time, I guess. But that was a big make or break moment for me whenever I was dealing with it. And there's a lot of pressures going on it because you're scared, you don't know how to you don't understand what you're doing. You don't really think it. But in the end, he got saved, and, I kept the job, and I went on to make many other saves. Now, if you guys enjoyed this little video, this is my first video of a story time in my lifeguarding experience. If you guys enjoyed this, please leave a like, leave a comment, tell me that you want to continue it, subscribe, and I will continue on with this series. Now, my next video, if you guys really enjoy this, and you guys want to comment and tell me, the next video is the one time I almost died after saving somebody. So if you guys enjoyed this video, please leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe, and I will post the next one. Peace.